Good morning world from Malinao, Siargao. It's finally time to put Sasha's stand-up paddleboards to the test. We bought an inflatable paddleboard. I actually got it for Sasha for her birthday. Not birthday, it was Christmas present, wasn't it?
This was a Christmas present, yeah. Paddleboard!
Yeah, fits nicely on the back.
Well, it's not light, but it's not heavy.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of round the world backpack style weight.
It's about the same size as well.
Oh no, mine was much smaller.
So have you decided where you're going to launch from?
I feel like it could be a little bit too shallow.
Yeah.
But we'll give it a go anyway.
We won't know until we get it out, and we did pump it up briefly last night, didn't we?
Yeah, just so we knew what to expect rather than just coming here with everything and not knowing what to do. So yeah, we have had a little practice run.
But not on the water.
No.
So we thought this would be a nice place to start that because it's got a very gradual lead out to the sea and there's no really heavy waves here or anything, even when it's high tide. So it should be perfect. It's a beautiful calm morning. It's not too hot out. If anybody's ever seen stand-up paddleboarding or done stand-up paddleboarding before, you'll know that they are actually massive boards. So we bought an inflatable one, which would allow us to move it around a little bit easier. There's no way something that was like 3.5 meters long would have fit even in the biggest car that we're driving at the moment. So this will kind of be like a little review or a test to see how they perform, how they feel.
Yes, I found a little bit of shade.
Yeah.
So we can pump it up without being in the sun.
Are we going to be able to pump on this sand, eh? Inside the bag we have, let's do a grand reveal.
We have the
paddle itself, which is separated into 2 pieces, so you can actually click that together. Makes transport a lot easier. So when that clicks together, it's more than big enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's also adjustable at the top here. Yeah, it's got one of those like hiking pole things that you can undo. Is that tall enough? Feel good?
I think this is the smallest it goes, isn't it? So I don't need to make it any bigger.
Yeah.
For me.
Actually, when I bought it, I did read that at its shortest, it should be okay for your height.
Yeah.
This is just a puncture repair kit, so we can move that out of the way.
Hopefully you won't be needing that.
Exactly, yeah. We tested it for leaks yesterday.
The fin, which clips onto the bottom.
Yeah, we haven't put that in yet because we put it on the floor yesterday, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
It's quite a deep fin though, isn't it?
It is. I'm looking at the water now thinking, oh, maybe it is too shallow.
Well, let's
we
find
should
out.
be doing it a bit later. But
Here is the pump.
we'll time it and see how long it takes.
Yeah. Maybe we can measure how much sweat comes off us. Okay, let's get pumping. Let's hold this end. This is the back. Put it back in there. Put it all in this. So you just attach the pipe onto this side, don't you?
So it's up position to inflate.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's already up. Otherwise you'll just be pumping in vain. And then begin.
Alright, should we time it?
Okay. I just put a stopwatch on the phone, so let me just see how long this takes. So let's watch this thing inflate. How's it feel?
It's alright at the moment, but I know when it gets more full, it's going to get really hard.
So you can see the middle inflates first.
My arms are feeling it.
I asked Sasha if she wanted my help to take over, but she's refused my help. You want to go all out? You want to see it through to the end?
I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll do as much as I can.
Of course you can. Imagine I wasn't there and this was just you going out for a paddleboard. You'd have to do it by yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't ask for help. It just takes time. It gets tough at the end, but it's like a workout. Have we got a reading yet?
No.
So we're not even at
I'm
5
not even
psi.
No, I'm not even at 1.
This is why it's important to have the pressure gauge though, because you could look at this and go, oh look, it already looks like a paddleboard, you know? It's actually feeling quite rigid already, but it's way far off the recommended pressure to even stand on that. So it would probably fold. If you were to go out onto the waves, it would probably just collapse, wouldn't it?
I feel it getting like tighter,
Yeah, there's
stronger.
resistance now that you can see it's actually coming up.
Yeah.
It's going up to, yeah, we're in the range now.
Woohoo.
Okay, this is where it gets hard, go for it. I did think this yesterday when we were doing the test pumping.
Yeah.
It adds to the exhaustion because being out on the water is exercise in itself, isn't it?
Yes.
But doing this it feels like a workout to begin with. So by the time you've even got out onto the water, you're already exercised in a way, which is good. This is exactly what we wanted out of life, you know, to be doing more outdoorsy things, challenging yourself, things that would be unusual in our day-to-day life can be part of our routine in a way.
Story is at school right now. We've literally just dropped her off, so it's still quite early. It's about 8:30 in the morning, which is why we wanted to do this test run now. So it's cooler for one in the morning, and Story's not here because in a way we want to do this with Story, but on the first go we just want to know what we're doing before we have Story running about, eager to get on it, and we haven't even practiced yet, so that's why we're doing a trial run.
We want her to enjoy it as well, because you notice this really when you become a parent. It's like if things don't kind of work out at a certain speed, then the child starts to trail off, and if she trails off and is no longer interested, then we keep going. Don't let it escape. Then we start to feel like, oh, perhaps we shouldn't be doing this today, and it kind of brings down the mood. So if you can get things flowing at a nice pace and Story has a great time, we have a great time.
Look, I'm putting all my weight on it now.
Even with me, I had to do that. I was bouncing up and down on it really with my full body weight, just leaning into it and squatting as well. That's it, go.
It's making some really attractive footage.
It's looking like you're nearly there. If you're considering buying one of these, this is definitely part of it.
This is a good technique. The squash and squat.
Yeah, that works.
So I'm doing this because, like we said earlier, if I was on my own, or I just wanted to take it out with Story, so then I would have to be doing this. Can't rely on Jay.
Yeah, I was wondering how feasible these inflatable boards are, because you see them on Amazon and on Lazada, and it's like, oh, you know, take this out and it's more convenient because you can fit it in the car and everything. But then I'm thinking, but if you did this every day, would you not just buy a board rack and have a solid board?
We're at 12 and a half. Whoa.
Yeah.
Scary.
How heavy is it?
It's light.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, quite lightweight.
But it is really solid. You can feel that pressure in there, and that's not even maximum. So it's got these two guiding fins here, and then we have the big one. And Sasha was just asking if we could take this thing out without the fin, but I did read that without it you would just spin around. It helps keep you in a straight line. So it should just slide in, and then
there we go.
Click. So actually, just check the timer, see how long that took, yeah? Phone says exactly 12 minutes that took. So is that long, 12 minutes?
No, it's quite quick, isn't it?
It's not bad, yeah, considering. I was thinking if we did attach a solid board to a car, we would also have to make sure it was secure the whole way. It wouldn't come off, and that in itself would take time.
Yeah.
So you forget about little things like that. What's the carrying technique? There you go. That's a good advert for stand-up paddleboarding. Shows you how the size of the thing as well, against a lady of 5'2". You've got your paddle. I'll bring it. We are amateurs. Not bad for a midweek activity while the kids are at school. Water is nice and warm. It's lovely. Goes out onto seagrass here. Can't see any sharp corals or anything that could affect the board. How's the fin?
Yeah, it's not touching. There's a couple of things that we didn't mention just now. It also comes with a ankle strap.
Oh yeah.
Like a surfboard. So if you wanted that, you were going to go out far or you might fall in, then you can strap your ankle to it.
Yes,
but we haven't put that on now. It's just in the bag.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary for here.
Yeah, and I think the load bearing is 115 kilos.
So you and a child, or you and a dog is fine.
Yeah, dogs can go on it. It says actually in the instructions to cut your dog's nails before you put them on, just in case of scratching.
Yeah, because it's got this kind of extra strong rubbery top, I guess.
Put a traction mat on it, so like a non-slip mat, I guess.
Yeah. All right, I'll bring your...
I don't want my shoes.
No?
No, I don't really want to wear my shoes on it.
Okay. The fin is close to the ground right now. Let's see how much it goes down when you sit on it. Not much. Whereabouts would you be standing? I think just slightly back of centre, isn't it? Yeah. The day in the life of a family living in Siargao, eh?
I haven't actually gone anywhere yet.
Are you grounded? Does the fin stick in the ground?
No.
Bye. Go to Naked Island. I can see it in the distance. There you go, to the left, that white strip of sand. If you watch our videos near to Christmas time as well, you know that we also bought a inflatable kayak so that we can all go out as a family, including Poppy, our dog, and Story, our daughter, which would be amazing because to all be in one vehicle or transportation on the sea or on the water is going to be a fantastic experience. But for now, this was a gift for Sasha because she's always loved the idea of stand-up paddleboarding ever since we were in Portugal. But the sea was always a bit too cold and rough. So I'm glad we're finally getting to realise some of that dream now. I don't think we could have found a more perfect morning to take this thing out. Conditions are just right. It's still early in the morning as well. So it's always nice to think that there are some people out there that haven't even woken up. And we're here now, out in the sea in Siargao Island, here in the Philippines, paddleboarding around a place where there's literally no one else around. You could do whatever you want here on the water and you feel free. There's no boat traffic, there's no other tourists or anything. This just whole area is for Sasha right now on the board. What's interesting as well is this part of the island is where all of the high-end resorts are. Really, really high-end. I'm talking thousands of dollars per night to stay. And there's still no kind of human traffic at all. Obviously, tourism hasn't quite come back to this area yet. But from what I can remember, there wasn't that many people here before either. From this perspective, you can see that there's a sandbar, which I think would get completely revealed during low tide, and you would be able to walk out there. Obviously paddleboarding would be difficult, but it's good that we're able to go deep at this point, deep enough to be able to stand up and get this just free moment to ourselves out on the water. I need to find out from Sash how she's feeling about the actual experience on the board. It looks really relaxing. I didn't see any moments where she's fallen off or anything. She seems to be enjoying it. So when Sash comes back over to shore, we can ask her more about her paddleboarding experience. I can see that Sash is gradually making her way back to the shore now, so I'm going to walk out to meet her, find out how it went, find out what the conditions were like. I mean, from what I can see, everything looked ideal, but I wasn't out there. How did it go, Voyager?
It's really nice.
Yeah?
But the tide has gone out, so I got stuck coming back in.
I did think it looked a little bit lower from when we first walked out here.
Yeah, it has. It's gone down quite a lot. But I went to that nice little sandy bit out there.
Sandbar, yeah.
Yeah, it's so lovely, really relaxing. It's a great stress reliever.
Yeah.
But yes, I have to pick it up now because the fin is digging in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I just fell in a hole. So I tried to walk in gracefully, but
yeah, I'll take this bit. Oh, I'm sinking in the water. Yeah, it's like quicksand. Right, I'll take the... What should we do? Should I take the... How do we bring this out of the water now? Yeah, it's like quicksand here, isn't it?
I keep feeling like I'm just going to fall in again.
Let's get out here. The longer you stand in the water, the more you sink.
So that was the first time going out on a paddleboard since last year, ages ago. Yeah, it feels like a long time ago. It took a little bit of time, maybe 5 minutes or so, to get my confidence enough to stand up. So when I first went out, I was just on my knees, which is another way to paddleboard. You don't actually have to stand up all the time. You can kneel down or even just sit on it. But I was on my knees in the beginning. When I first stood up, I was a little bit wobbly. So it took a little bit of time to get the balance. But the paddleboard itself, it felt really safe and sturdy. And to be honest, it didn't really feel much different to the ones we've taken out before, which were the solid fiberglass paddleboards.
Do you feel like perhaps next time you would need to up the pressure to the full amount, 15 psi?
Yeah, I think so. Because this was a very calm day, there weren't really many waves. There were a few waves on the way back in that I was paddling against, but just very small, kind of the little lapping waves. You know, there weren't actual big rolling waves. So definitely if it was maybe deeper water or a rougher sea, then yes, definitely the max psi. I should have actually adjusted the paddle before I left because I thought it would be okay because it was actually taller than me. But when I was actually standing on the board, to get a good get a good paddle in the water. I needed to bend down quite a lot, so I felt I should have had the bar a bit longer, but when I was out there I couldn't adjust it, so I just dealt with it for now. But next time when we go back I will adjust it, or have that in mind. You do actually get a really good workout paddleboarding. It looks like a really tame, relaxing activity, which it is, but you also get a good shoulder, arms, you feel it in your legs, your core with the balance. So it's a really nice activity, and it's we've said before, for water sport this is definitely our favourite one.
More suitable for us. Surfing is amazing, but it's extreme.
Yeah, very.
And I don't think I would want to go and do that daily like some people do.
Yeah.
But something like this in the right weather conditions, and if you lived close to the water, it would be amazing to do it more often.
Yeah. And I'm excited to take Story out on it too. She'll love it.
Sasha is going to start deconstructing everything that we put together now, and see how long it takes us to put it away. From what I can remember, I think I bought this for 9,400 pesos on a special offer on Lazada.
Just before Christmas.
Yes, and the original price was about 11,000. So we think we paid about 150 British pounds for it, which is half the price of what you would have to pay for a custom-made fiberglass board. And obviously you can deliver it in the post, so we can bring that shipped in from anywhere and you can take it anywhere. It is big, but it's supposed to be, to give you that stability on the water. So yes, maybe we would buy a second one so we can go out as a team.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I've never been out, we've always gone together, haven't we?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I was like, oh, it would be nice to have someone with me to enjoy the experience with.
Yeah, and I noticed that when I was flying the drone around this way, this is the famous secret beach, and if you look around the corner you can just about see that the mangroves and the river goes inland, probably as far as it can go, you know. So it'd be interesting to see where that ends up one day, but I think it'd be good to do that as a group, and we've done that before on other parts of the island and it was really enjoyable. Right, it's time to deflate. Press that button, you have to press it quite hard. Go! What's interesting as well, put your finger in it now.
Oh, it's freezing.
It's freezing cold. Isn't that strange?
Yeah, it's
ice. I don't understand why it's cold, because normally when air is pressurized, it gets hot. So for it to come out like almost icy cold is weird, isn't it? That's a good technique. You got sandbugs all over you there.
Oh, Alright, we're all packed up. It's all safely back in the backpack. We are going to end the vlog for today. Hope you enjoyed it. The little paddleboard review. It's about to get really noisy here.
Yes, the construction just started beginning.
They've all just arrived with a big truck of rocks, so they're doing a rock delivery. So it's good timing to be leaving right now. We've had our lovely peaceful morning and we're going to go grab some breakfast now. We'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!